Yard sale time, guys. We'll do a quick run through of the areas over here that we can get to. Now, this is only going to be 1 out of 10 sections where stuff is hoarded away, but we are legitimately out of space, out of room. It's disorganized, and usually you see this when somebody's like in a pinch. We're just in a pinch for space. We move things out of here every day. We move things out of there every day. We move things out of there every day. We're constantly on the go with moving everything around. We don't have the time for it. So we've got to get some of this stuff cleared up. And it's all good stuff. And again, you guys that are our followers, that are our customers, we'd rather you guys get the chance at it first versus some goofballs off Facebook wanting to trade a goat and a scooter and a bicycle. So start off while we're over here. These are 16.5 by 16 stretched wheels. These wheels were sent off. These wheels were never made 16 wide. So if you want something that is one off, not going to see it again, chances are you'll never see that design ever again in any width. That right there was a rare wheel to start with. I don't think we had but maybe 2 sets ever in 16.5. All of them stretched to 16s, and that's a set of stone crushers. We've got a set over there, AJ, that reminds me, we got to ship those out. We got a set going to one of our customers, and he's going to run adapters. Most of these are 8 by 170. No problem. You can adapt them to 8 on 6.5, or you can bolt them on your Super Duty or Excursion. But those wheels go for about $7,500 a set, just so you got an idea of what they cost. Yes, you can take and find some welds, and you can send them and stretch them, and you can ship them, and then you can ship them back, and then you can ship them to polish, and you can ship them back, and you probably save a couple bucks. But you're going to spend probably 6 months to a year of your life and worry about the wheels getting lost. These are done. We physically had them taken to the plant to be done. Then we physically took them to our polisher to be done so they would not get out of our hands because they are expensive. You get what you pay for. They're done right, they're done good, and they look killer because I'm getting ready to show you a set on tires. Somebody asked in a video the other day if we'd sell our robot. They were pretty good to see that in our video or our picture. But no, that is a tracked robot that we move trailers around with. Now we will sell this, the Coca-Cola trailer. And I'm going to put in the description how you guys can get a hold of me. Text, not necessarily just me, Christian, AJ, somebody, but I will put in the description the text number to get a hold to. If some of this stuff interests you, let us know. Coca-Cola trailer, basically a tailgating trailer. Got a nice bench here. It's got an area for storage. You can throw your coolers. It's got a built-in stereo. And I think we've got, yes, we do. There's all 3. Coca-Cola. They're dusty, but we have all 3. They go with it. So that's pretty cool for tailgating or going to a car show. And it does lock. We even have the key, don't we? Oh, there's the key right there. Yes, we do. We'll also be digging this top out while we're over here. We did sell the Blazer that this top goes to. So we're getting the Blazer put together. We located a seat. We got that taken care of, coming anyway. And now we got to get the upholstery taken care of and bolt it back in, doing some service, put the top on. That man's going to have a cool Jeep. So, cool Blazer. While we're in here, headache rack, square body headache rack. I hate doing it this way, guys, but I don't know how else to do it. I don't know how else for y'all to see this stuff. And if you want it, you can figure out, you got a brother, a cousin, a sister, somebody that lives close by. This is a stainless headache rack for the back of a square body. 250 bucks. And that's not the chintzy one. That's a freaking heavy one. Roll bars will come out of this truck. Front bars will come off this truck. I will sell that as well. That is set up for a step side. And I think we're going to leave the rails there. But this is coming off. This is coming off. And again, you can see how it fits. That's the other thing we're doing this. You can see that it fits perfectly in a step-side bed. You cannot buy this anymore. You can Google it. You can find a part number. You will never get it if you order it. They just don't have them available. They show them, but they don't have them. These rails, I think we're going to leave on there. But I think the roll bar is going and the front bar there is going. Now, and if time permits, guys, I think we'll do this every few weeks or every few days maybe. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got 9 Connexes, which are a tractor trailer body that is completely full of stuff. Hey guys. Got the little miniature bobcat over there. These are for a Can-Am. 30 by 14 for a Can-Am. No three-wheeler for sale. We did get a couple square bodies put back in this building since yesterday. Since I did not put a price on this stuff yesterday, the super single setup, which would cost you about 10 grand if you could find the setup, 2,500 bucks for those with the caps and with the adapters. That is for a Kodiak. If you want to try to make them fit your F650 or something different, so be it. They are super tall. What do you call that? Almost 40 inches? Yeah, just about 40-inch tall tires, maybe a smidge bigger. 35 boggers on 17 wides. Really nice, high-polished front and rear set with caps. You guys are weld guys, you know those caps are expensive by themselves. Closed caps, open caps. 10 grand for the tires and wheels. Tires have less than 1,000 miles. Probably have less than 100, but let's just say 1,000. And those are 17-inch wide stretched wheels. The 39 Mickeys, 10 grand as well. That's a set of 39 1850 16.5s on 16.5 by 18 stretched wheels that are polished. So if you look at your Mickey, it usually doesn't look like this. That thing is nice and flat and fat. These tires do have dry cracks on them because they're old. They're 20 plus years old. They may have been one of the last sets that we physically sold when we brought this tire back. I don't know for sure. Have checked the date code, but pretty sure they may be. 10 grand for that setup. Again, you got to figure the wheels by themselves are typically 7,500. Now, these are 8 on 6.5 pattern. I think it's one of the few sets I have that's 8 on 6.5 pattern. The Lord's pattern, the most popular pattern. Those are getting ready to go on a truck, so we can't get rid of those. This chassis here, really did not intend to sell it. It's a Blazer chassis, an 80s model Blazer. It's not perfect. It does have some spots where you can see, it had a little bit of rust like in these pocketed areas, but for the most part, it's slick, it's smooth. If you don't like the red, paint it black. This is, according to the guy that I got it from, a running small block. You put some gas to it, hit it with a jumper, and it runs. Our intention was to put like a seat on here so I could show my guys how easy it is to start something. Literally, you just need a battery, some fuel, and this thing could run. You could shift it. This is the transfer case shifter. This is the transmission shifter. It's got brakes on it. It's a full 6-lug Blazer restored chassis, I would call it. To put a price on it, I'm going to say 7,500 bucks. You could roll this right underneath your 2-wheel drive Blazer and be in business as a 4-wheel drive swap. But on top of it, you got a great frame. 9-wheel, 3-wheeler, not for sale. L2501, $15,995. Extremely low hour machine. Look at the foot pegs here. Nothing's been touched up or painted. It's got 55 hours on it. So compute that, that's like 55 miles. Basically still brand new. Still got all the tread on the tires. 4-wheel drive 2501, that's a 25 horsepower Kubota. Same exact tractor with 114 hours, still stupid low hours. Still got the same style tires in 4-wheel drive with a loader. And this one's going to be about 23, roughly. And that is a quick detached loader on here. Wheels you guys see in the background, I guess we'll just go through some of them. Super Duty, 8 on 170, 18 by 10. Perfect for a stock truck or a lifted truck. 100 bucks a piece, 400 bucks. 6 on 135, that's your Ford pattern, 18 by 10, polished. And I will help you guys on these ship. I can even help you ship the chassis there if you're in love with it. And I hate to part with that. I told the man when I got it, I bought 4 trucks from him, and he had that. And I said, man, I'd love to have it. And it is great for the channel, and we will do more with it. I'm not intending on it, but right now we just, in this area, just in case you didn't watch the video yesterday. I want to shelf this. You guys see those beams right there. So there is, I don't know how many feet between those beams, but it's probably about 4 feet between those beams. This is a very tall ceiling in here. Each one of those beams, I want to be a shelf. I want to be able to shelf a whole cab, a whole crew cab, a whole front clip, doors, fenders, hoods, axles, beds. I want to shelf all this area and organize it on pallet racking. This way and this way. My intention is this whole wall, that whole wall, and then start down this wall. Because the increasingly big problem we have is you cannot get these parts in good shape anymore. So if I can start storing them out of the weather, factory, not aftermarket, when we do a restoration, and a lot of our trucks get into the 6 figures. You don't want a 6-figure truck, that's a piece of crap. So we need the best parts we can, and we need to be more organized. Between me, Brian, Daniel, we've got dozens of Dana 60s and 14 bolts, and we've got dozens and dozens of carcass trucks that are sitting out in the weather. We can go ahead and strip it. Take the frame. I'm going to put up a building that we're going to be able to do sandblasting and media blasting in. We're going to prep the chassis. I want to have the chassis on the rack ready. So if somebody rolls in and says, hey, I got a regular cab truck and I want to do a restoration, more for the shop than myself, or if I get a truck in here that's a nice 2-wheel drive and we want to convert it like this right here, we'll have everything we need to do it in a much quicker, more efficient fashion. While I'm thinking about, AJ, that wrapped up tailgate, that is a factory wrapped up brand new tailgate that needs to go to Matt next time we go that way. The project you guys saw sitting in here is now almost done. That 79 1-ton factory gray and maroon truck is assembled and actually coming to fruition very fast. Let's get into some of these bigger wheels. 20 by 12, 6 on 139. So these will be your Chevy 6 lugs, 20 by 12s, $600 for all 4. And that's the model there. 22 by 14 fuel cleavers in Super Duty pattern. Super Duty or Excursion, or you can run adapters. Once again, 22 by 14 2-piece cleavers. We'll do these for $800, $200 a piece. All these should be well less than half price of what they would normally sell for. I'm not going to bore you guys. This wall here is, well, you know AJ. AJ unloaded this box truck that had these, and we've got multiple other box trucks and multiple other Connexes full of these, so we could go through those till we're blue in the face. There's 100 sets of wheels, and this is only 20 of them. Let's get to some stuff that's actually cool. The Bandit is for sale. Dang it. Sun, yeah. Change the logo there a little bit. A set of front and rear turfs for a tractor. That could be a Kubota or whatever. These are 8-ply R3 17.5 24s. And then the matching fronts, $2,000 for all 4. And they were removed at 10 hours. So you can see they're brand new. And I priced these up new, this particular style brand and everything. They're about $3,000. So that saves you some money. 38s. 22s on 6-lug 22 wheels. This would fit a lifted Chevy. We had these on a Blazer. You probably want to run a small spacer with them just to poke them out proper the way we liked them. But these were on a Blazer. $2,000 for the whole setup. Tires and wheels. Tires have a couple thousand miles on them. Super Duty pattern. 35s and 20s. Does that sound right? Yes, 35s and 20s. High style wheels, brand new tires. $1,000. Wheels are installed and used. Tires were never driven on. They still have the nubs on them. Got a bunch of onesie twosie things, which reminds me, I also have a couple people, AJ, that want us to look for some specific Mickey Thompson, Dick Seepeck stuff. 14.9. Here's where it gets good. 14.924 R1s, and I have this same setup of 14.924 R2s cut and scooped. Where did they not get unloaded out of that box truck? With the big wide white wheels? No. Nope. They must still be in there. So there's a set of cut and scooped on white wheels, 14924s. I think I told you I was gonna put them somewhere else. Pretty sure they're in there. We'll check in a minute. This setup here, $1,500, tires and wheels. The other setup, $2,500, tires and wheels. These still have the nubs. They're brand new. And that is a 5-ton pattern right there. The other pattern I have is 2.5 ton. Those are 5-ton pattern. They are brand spanking new 48s with 26 or 28 inch wide wheels. True miniature monster truck or miniature mega truck tires and wheels. 6,500 for that combination. That's 10 grand worth of tires and wheels right there. And you can see they're brand new. They've been used in one parade. A full set of 39 16.5 boggers. Those would be 3 grand, a little less than what they'd be new. 39 16.5s. That's the other turf tires stuck over in there. Stacked up right there, I don't know the size because it's grooved off, but that's a cut and scoop set of tractor tires, a little smaller than the 48s. I forgot to say, those are 48-inch tires. These are probably 44-inch tires, but they also want a set of custom-built wheels, powder-coated. Do $3,500 on those. Again, I would hate to see the grooving bill on those tires. If you guys have never done this stuff before, you don't realize kind of how it costs and how quickly it adds up. The grooving cost alone on that's crazy. These should be 22 by 14s. I'm not sure on which 8-lug pattern. $800. Do not have the caps, or if we do, we'll have to find them. A set of American Force dually application wheels. True American Force dually application. Were they 24.5s? 22.5s right here. Here's your part number. American Force 2250. That's your style, that's your design. It's your inners and your outers. You had to put 2 steel wheels with it, but that's all 4 wheels. I do 4 grand for that combination with adapters. And we do have the adapters. What's under here? Some more wheels. We'll get to those another time. A ton of onesie, twosie tire and wheel stuff. I think we end up having to put some of this stuff on eBay because again, this is it's about a tenth of it. It's out of control. Yes, that's crazy. I don't know what did that. It did that recently, actually. Yeah, and it hadn't been too hot in here because we had the fans running. Also, yeah, so in our organization, you don't realize how many bumpers and pallets and stuff we have. 35 16.5 Super Swampers, which are brand new. They've never been installed. Whatever these are online for, I'll do them $150 a piece cheaper because they're sitting here. 275 80 22.5s. These were off of a camper, a big motorhome. They are Michelin XZE2s. They do need polishing. Next time he's here, he needs to polish these actually because I could put these on the RV. But 2 fronts have a little bit of wear. Supposedly less than 1,000 miles on this combination. These all look brand new. I think this was a front, more than likely. Yep, that was a front. So they do need to be polished, but tires are basically brand new. And I checked the date code. They are, that's in either 8 or 9. So either 2018 or 19. So they're 5 or 6 years old. Tires and wheels, 3 grand. And if you've priced these Michelins, you know that's a freaking heck of a deal. I'd rather you guys as our customers or followers see this stuff. I could throw it all on Facebook. Matter of fact, that frame would sell in a heartbeat on there if you've ever priced having a frame powder coated or painted or just cleaned in the first place and to that level, much less a full running, driving transfer case, transmission, drive shafts, drive line. But what you don't understand is at 8 o'clock in the morning, I'm usually barking orders to everybody. And if AJ has to get that truck out, which we do have to get that truck out, it is sold and we do have to start putting it together and finishing it, then he's got to come over here and move this stuff. The 9-wheel, 3-wheeler doesn't roll real well. This thing right here, we found these dollies, that's much better. He's got to move the pallet, he's got to get the forklift, he's got to do that. These areas have got to become a little bit better flowing so that we can get inventory in and out. And again, we got so much good stuff. we're not going to put these on a truck more than likely unless it's one of our personal ones. So they're going to sit here and they're not going to do any good. Somebody could be out taking these to a show, doing what they want to do with them. Same way with those. Nowadays, we're typically using the Davis off-road wheel, ordering the tires up. Daniel's got stacks and stacks and stacks of boggers up there. So it's just not happening. This truck is online. This one is not. Was that for the trailer? Okay. Oh, well, yeah, you're right. All right. You are right. Might as well go through these two while we're at it. Junior, that's the inner fender you're looking for. .44s and 24s. The wheels need polish and also need him to hit these. 44s, 24s, a couple hundred miles on these tires. Got the whole set. They're all right. There. Where's the other one? Oh, over there. All four of these, $3,500. And that's fuel forged wheels. And I have this almost identical setup on my truck. It was about 10 grand for the tires and wheels when I ordered them. Of course, 24s were a little newer back then, but it was almost 10 grand for tires and wheels. Those are probably 16 wides. I have to measure them. 40s, 24s, once again, Super Duty or Excursion, black with the red, and $3,500 on those. These are off one of the multiple Jeeps that we lifted, but they are Goodyear Wrangler. Real proper design tires. This is exactly what those Jeeps came with caps, $500 tires and wheels. These are for my personal square body, but I've got a set of wheels already stretched. I'll show you over there. They're not for sale. These are 20 by 12s. This is a brand new combination. You can see the nubs. They sat outdoors. They need polishing. Again, another set William needs to work on. But they're brand new tires and wheels. I would do, let me look up what I paid. I paid a lot of money for those. Still less than new, quite a bit less than new, but I'm doing 18 wides instead of the 12 wides. The benches, we're going to start putting a few benches on the website. They'll be $500 each is what they sell for. We do a lot of giveaways. If you guys are not regulars, you've been missing out because we do, AJ and Christian and myself, give away a lot of those on the giveaways. These are F-150 Raptor or newer 6 on 135. They're 315 50/24s, which should come out to about a 37-inch tire. They don't have very many miles on them. They are fuel forged wheels in black, 14 inches wide, $3 grand on those. A set of 8-lug 235/85/16s, which will fit a stock pretty much anything. Just have to check the bolt pattern. Weird part about this, these should be 8 on 6.5. They're studded. Little tire knowledge today. They're studded. So they're really made for snow. And I don't know if you can run these in every state, but they are kind of cool. I think they actually make sparks sometimes. $500. I got probably 5 or 6 sets of these 37s and 40s and tractor tires. I'll get all those together at the same time. We'll go through those. No chainsaws for sale. They do run. And these are the stretch set of welds that are going to go on my red and white square body. A lot of you guys ask what's going on with that. So I'm putting a set of these on and I'm going to lower it down a little bit. Getting a little bit old, even with Davis off-road steps, still a problem. And let's catch this one. Oh, here we go. No, so these are 8 on, these should be 8 on 6.5. I'll verify. These came off my blue personal square body. They are brand new. They've got 15 miles. They came from my house to here. You can still see the nubs on the tires. I did drive them. That's a 2-piece fuel wheel. It was one of the rarest. That's why I went with it. It's got the graphite background. It looked good on that truck. That truck was blue with a dark gray bottom. So that's a full setup for a square body, brand new 40 Nittos, $4 grand for that combo. And I think even at my cost, that was like, whew, the 2-piece wheels and everything. I think it was almost $7 grand for that combo when I bought it at my cost. 44 boggers with welds. These should be 18 wides. They're either 16 or 18s. They are real weld racing wheels. You buy a background for it. The backgrounds are going to be about $500 for all 4. You can get 6 lug, you get 8 lug, you can get wide 5. They are obviously brand new also. I had these on Facebook, I think for 10. AJ doesn't remember. That's what they cost the guy, according to him. I think they cost us a little less, $8 grand. Tires, wheels, and I'll throw in whichever center you need. We'll drop ship it to you. Duramax and Allison combination. I got to get you the specs on which one this is, but this was a running driving when removed, has all the wiring, has all the computer system, and an Allison transmission. If you have to put an Allison transmission, there's nothing wrong with it other than they tilted it too much and they spilled it, unfortunately. But this is a running driving combination, $5 grand. You can spend $5 grand doing a transmission in an Allison these days. So all the sensors are there, running driving. I have the mileage written down. Everything was sealed up good, so there would be no problems. So $5 grand for a Allison Duramax combination that was going to be used in a swap. All right. Too much fun, but if somebody did ask, and again, you're not going to catch me in this mood very often. If we make enough space to this stuff, and then somebody calls tomorrow and says, I want this or that or the other, chances are I may say, nope, I don't want to sell it, because I like hoarding things. I like having things around. And if we need a set and we have to order it and we have to mount and balance it and we have to ship and we have to wait on it, it sucks. So I like having stuff on hand. That's why we've got buildings like this full of freaking stuff, but we don't have it organized like we should. And that's where we're lacking. We just don't have the time. Somebody asked me about this the other day, 15 grand. I would part with it. That is an LS powered Chevette. You make the right viral video with this thing, you could make money playing with this at the drag strip, busting people's tail in a Chevette. Most people don't even know what a Chevette is. We called it the Vet, the world's coolest vet. And some of our videos even went viral, but we didn't make that kind of money off of it. But it is a good running LS. We got some donut videos, some burnout videos. It's a fun car. It runs and drives. I drove it up and down the road. It didn't overheat. It actually works like it's supposed to. Welds and BF Goodrich's. These should be 8 on 6.5 pattern, 16.5 by 12s on BFG 33s. That's a good little setup right there. Of course, you can't hardly get the wheels. $2 grand on that combo. Awesome for a square body. That's actually what they came up off of. The T-Rex is available. Mike reminded me we put like $3,000 worth of batteries in this. It is available on the website. It is for sale, and it's got new batteries in it, and we use it for picking stuff off of here. Right now we can't even pick stuff because we can't get to it. And the red forklift is also on the website. The buggy's on the website. Somebody needs a billy goat mower. I've never used this. We bought it to use for a project, and I had somebody come and do that project. So a little billy goat mower. It's great for shrubs and stuff. Probably should keep it around here. One day Dylan might be back and have to use it. So that's about it, guys. I just wanted to run you through some stuff. A lot of you guys enjoy these videos and looking, and you're always looking for odd fitment stuff, tires and wheels. Up at the off-road shop, there's again, there's so much more. I just want to run through the stuff we had here real quick like. And when we get it organized, we'll show you more. There is a, here we go. Another set you'll probably never see again. 16.5 by 16. $7,500 a set on these 16 wides. And one single 5 by 5.5 wheel and a 33-inch tire, metrically I think 17. That was a spare from a Bronco that they didn't want on the back. So we do have that. $200 for somebody. And if you're local, come by and pick this stuff up. If you're not local, we have to figure out shipping. And we will drop in the number to contact, or you can drop a comment, whatever you want to do. There's so much stuff. I just hate it because every day somebody calls. Now, please don't call. The regret of this video is, do you have something for this? I didn't see it. I don't have time to go look for it. If I knew where it was and I looked for it and we had advertised, we'd already use it. But like brush bars, I don't know what this came off of, but it's a brush bar that people love to have, like when we had the Fall Guy truck. That's the exact bar we needed for that truck. There's 2, 3, there's 4 of them I can see right there in that little crate. There's another big brush bar with the stainless wraparounds. That's off an OBS, I know that for sure. And you think stuff accumulates around here, you should see the freaking off-road shop, our old off-road shop, our old storage building, even still have stuff at our old shop that we have not been at for 30 years that we're literally pulling out of the woods currently and finding bumpers and doors and box trucks. Yeah, which reminds me, we still need to look at another box truck. Now, these wheels that are boxed up, AJ, these are the ones that I sent you the picture, and they matched, and all 4 of them were the same. All right, we just need to tape them up better. It's all right. Just need to tape them up better and open one box, and we need to put the adapters in here because, guys, these are 8 on 170. Customers putting them on an 8 on 6.5 truck. So we've got an 8 to 8 adapter to change the bolt pattern over. Unlike a 6 to 8 adapter, which is not a great thing, the 8 to 8 works okay. You bolt it up, make it nice and clean, put some Loctite on it, you're good to go. And there's another Terra Pro. I showed you guys the couple I've got at home. This is a customer's unit. He's buying a truck, having us upgrade a truck, and I told him we would go over this, we'd grease it, we'd get some tires for the back. I'm gonna fix it up, I'm gonna do some cosmetic things to it for him that he doesn't know about yet, including a battery cover here that's actually made from a, what's that plastic machine that makes stuff from plastic?
Oh, the
3D printer. 3D printing him one of these. I've got a seat cover, a couple things he doesn't know about. So we're gonna get this thing looking cool. I love those, they work great. I've got one with a finishing mower and with a bush hog. Most people don't even know what that is, but they made a four-wheeler that was a PTO equipped unit. And we got the title in for this today, so officially for sale. In case you guys don't know, titles to trailers and titles to boats are separate in Virginia. And we had a hard time getting the title for the boat. It came in, we have it. This will officially be for sale. 1650 T series with a 25 on the back, a Lumacraft boat. And according to the people, it had only been used a couple of times. So very, very low usage. Yeah, AJ fired it up for a customer. Unfortunately, the customer wasn't patient enough to wait. More benches, more things in there. Free. You guys want a safe? Come get it, load it, haul it, and it's yours. And while we're in here, deer heads. These were not killed by me, so I don't have any real attachment. They came from a hunting club, and I got them from the hunting club because I wanted to decorate some things. And I had a guy at the time that owned a chain of restaurants. That was a customer of mine. He said, man, if you ever run across animals that are mounted, I like putting them into my restaurants. Well, his restaurant business went under. So I ended up with all of them. And they're cool. You know, they're cool for putting in a man cave, decorating, you know, whatever. Some people are weird about you didn't kill it or whatever. I've got enough animals mounted that I have killed. So these are no attachment to me. So somebody wants to buy them. I think I gave a couple $100 a piece for them. Somebody got some killer. I mean, dude, look at that. I mean, that's a trophy for somebody. And if you ever had anything taxidermy these days, you know what it costs. But again, space taken up, a couple $100 a piece for the racks, and say $250 a piece for the head mounts, whatever. Because this office area needs to be an office, not storage for Christmas trees and other things. All right, I guess that's a wrap for now. You got enough of understanding how much crap we have around here, and it's insane. We got to get this area organized because this is where the three-wheelers are going to start going. The racks are being made now. I think we're going to be able to go 8 high in here, 6 high across the street. Mm-hmm. They're going up that wall, up that wall, up that wall, up this wall, around the top, around the bend. It's going to be so freaking cool when it's done. We just got to get to it and do it because I've got the collection ready. But that's our hoarder walkthrough yard sale for today. If any of that stuff interests you at all, let me know. Because if not, poor old AJ is going to be rolling it around and moving it one more time when we start putting the racks up. And winter's coming. That's the other big deal. These trucks need to be indoors, as many of them as possible. We've got 4 mega trucks. Right now, currently, every single one of them is sitting outdoors, except for the 8-door that's in the shop. Daniel and Brian probably wish it was outdoors. But everything's sitting outside. My 1 mud truck's inside and the 8 doors inside. Everything else is outdoors, and that's just ridiculous. So we need a space. We need to get them in. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you watching. That's our little walkthrough of Crapolaville today. We'll see you in a little while.